It is Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's show, we will answer your mailbag questions, whatever you guys got for us, using hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat. This comes from our live show that we do on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, where we react to questions in real time. And you may be saying to yourself, man, I would love to be a part of a mailbag here on the channel. Well, you're in luck, because if you subscribe to Seahawks Today, which is for free, then you too can be a part of our mailbags that we do each and every week here on the channel. Subscribe now, turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV, and we'll get started with our first mailbag question. The man himself with a $10 super chat writes in, says, as for the D-line, I got Dre'Mont Jones being the season standout best interior defensive lineman. Hashtag standing on that. Hashtag Seahawks. The man himself, I love it. I love to see the praise for Dre'Mont Jones. And, you know, we've had so much stuff go on with Seattle. It's been an eventful offseason, right, for the Seattle Seahawks. When, you know, it started with Dre'Mont Jones, Bobby Wagner. Obviously, they had a lot of picks in the draft and everything that went with that. Dre'Mont got the ball rolling, right? And you took a significant upgrade to your front seven, to your defense, by adding Dre'Mont Jones. It wasn't cheap. You didn't get him at any discount by any means. But I think it was money well spent. I think you're going to be very satisfied by what you see out of Dre'Mont Jones and the product that he puts on the football field and the impact he makes on this defense. Nice upgrade. Watch out. Dre'Mont Jones, I think, is a Pro Bowl caliber player. Pass with a $5 super chat writes in. Okay, so I knew Bobby Wagner would be back. My question is, are the Seahawks running a 3-4 because he's back, or what is your take? I think the defense is going to look very similar to what it was in 2022. And Bobby Wagner, you're going to see him take on a role of the green dot, where he's going to be the signal caller. The defense is going to run through him, and he's going to be that guy. And I think you're going to like what you see, where Bobby Wagner is going to be spectacular. And think about this. You know, we were asking folks a while back, you know, who's going to be the breakout players on the defense and all this. And I kept people saying Bobby Wagner and all this. I'm like, what? Bobby was great last year, even with the Rams. Even if you don't want to admit it, Bobby was fantastic with the Los Angeles Rams. It still looks like one of the best middle linebackers in all of football. So he's not going to be breaking out by any means, but he might still be the best player on the Seahawks defense in his return. So the defense runs through Bobby Wagner as far as I'm concerned. Hawk and flank, hashtag Seahawks. I've been optimistic about Drew Lock being the long-term answer. Is it possible? Oh, Hawk and flank. I hate to burst your bubble here, but let's get real. The answer is no. It's not happening. And I get this question from time to time about Drew Lock, and, you know, maybe just sitting a couple of years behind Geno will do him a lot of good, and he'll be in good shape and all this. And I'm just going to sit here and tell you right now, Drew Lock's not that guy. He is going to be a career backup. I have no problem with him being the backup quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. I think that he knows the system. He's got in-game experience, former second-round pick and everything. That's just fine. But that's it. This is it for Drew Lock. Maybe he gets another shot at some point down the line, whether it's for Seattle or some other team, to be a starter again. But his future, I think, is best served as just being a backup quarterback. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It just kind of is what it is. So, no, I don't think he's going to be the long-term solution. Will Drew Lock ever start at quarterback for the Seahawks? At some point in time, will we ever see Drew Lock start a game for Seattle? That's our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break. If so, take advantage of it. Get your votes in. Let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Will Drew Lock ever start at quarterback for the Seahawks? Let us know what you think already. Y for yes, N for no. Let me know what you think. $2 super chat from the man himself. Seahawks defense will finish top 5. Let's see about that run defense. I think it'll be improved, but there's still some work to be done. Pete Carroll's made it very clear they still have to spend some money on that. But let's see that first before we throw top 5 on there. Okay? I like what you're thinking, but a little optimistic. John with a $20 super chat. Bang! says, is it me, or did it seem like a lot of the big runs were the result of missed tackles by Barton and Brooks? Is it possible I'm worrying too much about nose tackle? Will some of the gashing runs disappear with Wagner and Bush both sure tacklers? John brings up a very good point. John, always a pleasure to see you here on Seahawks Today, my guy. He's one of our favorites here on the channel. And John and I are friends on LinkedIn, actually. But John, it's an interesting idea. But think about this, okay? Here's where I'll circle back on this. You're on the right track. I think that will help. But hear me out on this. The biggest issue was still what happened in the front with the defensive line, okay? Of the defensive line making the mistakes and not being able to stop the run and allowing that extra yardage before the linebackers could even get there last year from what we saw from this Seahawks team. So I understand where you're coming from, John, and you're right. It could improve just based on that alone, sure. But the biggest problem is still right there in front of them with the interior of that defensive line there and fixing it at that front. You're onto something, though, but it will be improved, but it won't be perfect. Still some more work there. But, John, I like where you're thinking, though. Ilona writes in, #Seahawks. Hopefully the defense will be better. And stopping the run and have good offense of line, I see us winning the NFC West. Go Seahawks. I'm super happy about our season. Go Seahawks. The defense will be better. They'll do a better job stopping the run, but it won't be perfect. Kind of just who they are right now. Still a work in progress. It's like you're on a movie set. And you're going through the movie. You're filming several scenes. But you got to wait on a certain actor to show up and play his part. The Seahawks need to go find that actor to play the role of run stopper on this defensive line. I think that's a pretty good analogy. We'll see. A lot of work to be done, but they're certainly headed on the right track. Fanatics is offering a great deal right now for Seahawk fans. 4th of July just around the corner. We have Seahawks red, white, and blue shirts on sale. I love America. You love America. I love the Seahawks. You love the Seahawks. So you need this shirt. There it is on the left of your screen. What better way to celebrate the 4th of July and America and the Seahawks than by getting this shirt that you can see on your screen right now. Chatsports.com/SeahawksUSA for this awesome 4th of July shirt. On sale now while supplies last to rep your favorite team and the country at the same time. Have a great 4th of July. Spend it with your fellow Seahawk fans and wear this shirt. You'll be glad you did. Chatsports.com/SeahawksUSA. 12's Nation checks in, says, what is the Seahawks' future plans with Julian Love? Okay, I am glad you asked about this, 12's Nation. Here you go. This is what I think. And there might be people that disagree with me on this. But if you've come to this show, you probably are going to eventually agree with me at some point. Maybe not right away, but after you hear me out and everything, then you're going to say to yourself, yeah, Tyler's got the right idea. So that's how this show works. Everyone that watches this show agrees with everything I say. Not really. You get the idea. But hear me out on this. I think that you hold on to Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams. Those guys along with Julian Love this year. Those three, you play your three high safety techniques, whatever you need to do. Then I think after next year, Jamal Adams is probably gone, and Julian Love is your starting safety alongside Quandre Diggs. And Julian Love is the future of that safety room going forward. I think he could be a Pro Bowl caliber player. I thought he was sneaky good with the New York Giants. I think that's his future, is as one of your starting two safeties for the next couple of years to come. I think that's where you're looking at with Julian Love. How would you grade the signing of Julian Love? I really liked it personally. I don't know what the Giants were thinking, not giving him a deal and keeping him around. Grade the signing for me, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the deal there. All right, last question from Metcalf 14. Do you think both Seahawks rookies, JSN and Witherspoon, could win Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, similar like the Jets rookies Sauce and Wilson? Witherspoon could win. JSN is not going to get enough targets to win Rookie of the Year, I think. Remember, there's going to be other quarterbacks. You got, a good running back class this year with Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs. And then you got other wide receivers that were drafted that will be immediately the number one wide receivers on their teams. That's not the case with JSN. He walks in as the number 3 receiver. He's not going to get the opportunity to compete for Rookie of the Year. He'll be very good, but the numbers won't back up a Rookie of the Year campaign as far as I'm concerned. But thanks for the question. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today.